welcome to the video SOS Help for Parents. This video discussion parent education program has been developed by Dr. Lynn Clark. Dr. Clark is a clinical psychologist and a professor of psychology at Western Kentucky University. He's also the author of 2 parenting books. These materials are primarily intended for parents whose children are 2 to 12 years of age. This program will help you be a more effective parent and help you improve your relationship with your child. Dr. Clark's book, SOS Help for Parents, is the basis for this video program. SOS is published by Parents Press. You will learn new methods and skills for helping your child. Educators and counselors working with children ages 2 to 12 will also benefit from this program. The video shows how to help children improve their behavior and their self-esteem. However, most of these principles of behavior also apply to friends, spouses, and people at work. In this video program, you will learn 3 basic child-rearing rules and 4 major child-rearing errors to avoid. You'll also learn about 3 kinds of rewards that children like and about additional methods such as active ignoring, scolding, time out, natural consequences, logical consequences, and behavior penalty. You'll learn how to give clear instructions to your child, how to correctly use grandma's rule, the importance of encouragement, and other parenting skills. Good discipline techniques help children to improve their behavior and their self-esteem. The child management skills and methods described in this video program are outlined in some detail in the SOS Help for Parents book. These parenting books go hand in hand with this video program. They'll help you in continuing your education as an effective, caring parent. We hope you'll enjoy this parent education program as well as learn from it.
Parenting is one of the most challenging jobs that we'll ever face. It's tough being a parent, but few of us get actual training for this important responsibility. Most of our experience is on the job. This video program is designed to help you to be a more effective parent and to help build a better relationship with your child. Good parenting and discipline help children to improve their behavior and self-esteem. There are 3 important rules for effective parenting. Rule 1, reward good behavior and do it quickly and often. Rule 2, don't accidentally reward bad behavior. And Rule 3, punish some bad behavior, but use mild punishment only. Let's first consider Rule 1, reward good behavior and do it quickly and often. When your child does something that pleases you or shows some type of good behavior that you want to see more of in the future, be sure to reinforce and strengthen that good behavior by rewarding it. As a parent, you can use 3 kinds of rewards. There are social rewards, activity rewards, also called privileges, and material rewards.
Thanks for putting away the glasses and helping out with the work.
You're welcome.
The best and easiest to give rewards are called social rewards. Social rewards are attention, praise, smiles, hugs, pats, and positive comments. Give social rewards as quickly as possible following your child's behavior. When you use praise, use descriptive praise. Descriptive praise is when you praise your child and tell your child exactly what you liked. For example, if Susie straightens her room or cleans it, tell her that you like it. Say, "You sure did a good job on your room. It really looks nice." Catch your child being good and reward him with your attention and praise. Now, for some children, you might have to wait quite a while to catch him being good. Remember, you are the most important source of rewards for your child. In addition to social rewards, there are also activity rewards.
Nicole, you sure are a big help to Mommy raking the yard. When we finish, we can go to McDonald's.
Activity rewards could be playing cards with Mother, going to the park, helping bake cookies, a trip to the Dairy Queen, or playing a game together. When you give your child an activity reward for good behavior, be sure to also give her praise. A third kind of reward is called a material reward. Material rewards include a ball, money, a book, a jump rope, balloons, a yo-yo, or a tape. Use simple, small rewards, and be sure that you give praise, a social reward, when you give material rewards. Let's go to the next rule. Rule 2, don't accidentally reward bad behavior.
I'm hungry. Give me some ice cream. I want some ice cream now.
No, we just had supper. And remember, I told you no ice cream or Coke if you didn't eat your supper. And I don't like bossy talk.
Give me some ice cream now. Why can't I have some ice cream? I want some ice cream.
Well, just this once.
Now, give me a Coke.
I'll see if we have any. Yes, we have some.
No, that's Pepsi. I want Coke.
Your child might demonstrate some bad behavior like whining or threatening to have a temper tantrum because he wants candy just before supper. Be sure that you don't reward that bad behavior by giving in and giving him that candy. Withhold the material reward, that is the candy, that your child's bad behavior is attempting to force from you. If you do give in, his whining or tantrum behavior will be strengthened, and you will see more and more of that bad behavior. Do give your child privileges and special activities such as going to the park, the mall, or Hardee's, but be sure his bad behavior doesn't force these from you. If you reward his bad behavior, you'll strengthen it and cause it to be more and more frequent in the future. There's another way to avoid accidentally rewarding your child's bad behavior. It's called active ignoring.
No, you can't play with the telephone. I'll be glad when he stops his temper tantrum. It's hard listening to him carry on like that. And I'm getting tired of looking at this flower.
Ignore some bad behavior in order to weaken that behavior. When your child is behaving badly, look away. Don't respond to him and avoid eye contact. Actively ignore him until his bad behavior stops. Now there's some bad behavior you just can't ignore. For bad behavior that you can't ignore, use Rule 3. Punish some bad behavior, but use mild punishment only. Don't use severe discipline or harsh punishment. That might emotionally or physically harm your child. And if you usually use spanking to discipline your child, you are also teaching her to hit or act aggressively toward other people in order to get what she wants. This father is spanking his daughter and saying, "This will teach you to behave." Later in the second scene, the little girl is saying, "This will teach you." The little girl is imitating her father's aggressive behavior by hitting someone else. And don't use sarcasm and hostile threats. That hurts your child's self-esteem and self-concept without improving behavior. Punishment decreases or stops bad behavior. There are 5 methods of mild punishment which parents can use. These are scolding, timeout, natural consequences, logical consequences, and behavior penalty. Scolding is showing disapproval of your child's behavior, but not of your child. To use scolding, move close to your child and look her in the eye. Be stern, express your feelings, and name the undesirable behavior. Be brief, and don't make any sarcastic or belittling remarks.
Katie! Katie, I'm very disappointed that you ate those cookies. I told you that we were saving them for the church dinner tonight.
Scolding is only moderately effective in stopping bad behavior. Some children do behave better after getting scolded by their parents. Those are lucky parents. However, many misbehaving children enjoy the extra attention that they get from a scolding, or they scold back or throw a temper tantrum. If scolding alone isn't very effective with your child, you'll need to know about other methods of mild punishment, such as timeout. Timeout is another method of mild punishment which can be very effective if used correctly. Timeout is placing a child in a dull, boring place immediately following a bad behavior for a brief period of time. Children are to stay in timeout 1 minute for each year of age. Your child may leave timeout when a portable, wind-up timer signals him that he may leave. Timeout is a very effective method for stopping many different bad behaviors in children 2 to 12 years old. If your child is 2 to 4 years old, use a large straight-back chair as a place for timeout. What you are looking at is a cartoon drawn from a photograph of my son Todd when he was 2. He was sitting in timeout and I took his picture. What you are going to hear next is Todd in timeout complaining and crying. This recording was made when he was 2. Todd has learned that he can leave timeout when the timer rings. Let's listen to a couple of segments of Todd's 2 minutes in timeout.
I want my mommy.
As you can tell, Todd doesn't like timeout. Not all children make noise in timeout, but most all children are bored while in timeout. For the older child, the child who is 5 to 12, use a separate room for timeout, but never the child's bedroom. This boy is saying, "I'll bet my sister's out there having fun." A natural consequence is an unpleasant event that naturally happens to a child following bad behavior. Nature, the natural order of events, delivers the punishment, and not the parents. Unless the natural consequence is dangerous to their child, the parents don't stop it from happening. Here Lisa is saying, "I'll bet Kitty doesn't like this." Kitty may give Lisa a natural consequence. Let's look at logical consequences.
No riding your big wheel in the street. You broke the rule. Now you can't ride your big wheel for a week. I'm very upset you rode in the street.
I want to ride my big wheel. I followed the rule. I won't ride in the street anymore.
A logical consequence is a logical punishment for the particular bad behavior. The parent makes sure that the punishment fits the crime. If Katie rides her big wheel into the street, Father puts away her big wheel for the rest of the week. Losing her big wheel for a week is a logical consequence for riding it dangerously. You sure can't use natural consequences for Katie riding her big wheel into the street. A behavior penalty is when the parent gives the child a mild penalty for bad behavior. The penalty can be losing a privilege, no TV or no tape player for the rest of the day, or an extra chore. The penalty is not logically related to the bad behavior. If John teases his little sister, he loses the use of his bicycle for 2 days. When you use behavior penalty, try to state the penalty before the specific bad behavior occurs.
Katie, your mother and I have talked about the way you sometimes mistreat your puppy. In the future, if you mistreat Scotty, then you won't be able to play with your tape recorder for the rest of the day. Katie, now tell me what I said.
If I mistreat Scotty, I can't play with my tape recorder.
That's right. Now let's pick up your brother at Scouts.
You will occasionally need to use one of the 5 methods of mild punishment to reduce or stop some bad behaviors. However, punishment alone can't increase your child's good behavior. The best single way to increase your child's good behavior is to catch your child being good and reward that good behavior. We have studied 3 basic child-rearing rules for successfully rearing children. Reward good behavior and do it quickly and often. Don't accidentally reward bad behavior, and punish some bad behavior, but use mild punishment only. We have also studied many specific methods and skills for applying these rules. Let's go to 4 common child-rearing errors that parents often make. You'll want to be aware of these mistakes so that you can avoid them. These errors, if too frequent, can lead to behavior problems or emotional problems in your child. Error 1, parents fail to reward good behavior. Error 2, parents accidentally punish good behavior. Error 3, parents accidentally reward bad behavior. Error 4, parents fail to punish bad behavior when mild punishment is indicated.
Look, Dad, I got my book report done early.
Hand me those boxes.
Avoid making error 1, parents fail to reward good behavior. Don't be stingy with your praise. When you see behavior that you like, strengthen it by rewarding it.
Look, Dad, I got my book report done early.
You got something done on time. Usually you get your schoolwork done a week late. Hand me those boxes. Throw these things up in the closet. I'm the only one around here that gets any work done. Everybody else is around playing golf or something else. I got to put the boxes in the closet and watching football.
Don't make error 2, parents accidentally punish good behavior. Sometimes busy or tired parents punish behavior instead of rewarding it. This will discourage your child. Remember, reward behavior that you like. By behaving badly, your child might attempt to force you to give him an activity reward, a special privilege, such as staying up well past his bedtime. This sleepy little boy is ready for bed, has his teddy bear and blanket, and is whining and crying. He's saying, "But I don't want to go to bed. I'm not tired." In the next scene, his frustrated, worn-down mother is saying, "Calm down. You can stay up another 30 minutes. I can't stand to hear you cry and carry on." Mother has accidentally taught her son that he can get what he wants by whining and crying for it. Most parents have probably been guilty of giving in to a complaining, whining, crying child who wants to stay up well past his bedtime. Do avoid error 3, parents accidentally reward bad behavior. I feel that this error is one of the most common causes of bad behavior. When you reward bad behavior, you are causing future problems for both you and your child. This bad behavior will occur more and more frequently in the future.
Ouch! I wish you would handle our son.
Boys will be boys.
Also avoid this last common mistake. Error 4, parents fail to punish bad behavior when mild punishment is indicated. Punishment does reduce bad behavior, but be sure to use one of the 5 mild punishments you learned about earlier. There's another way to improve your child's behavior. All parents must be able to give effective instructions and commands. Instructions are pleasant requests and are usually sufficient. However, give a command when you want your child to start or stop a behavior and you think he will ignore a simple, pleasant request. When you give a command, move close to your child, have a stern facial expression, say his or her name, get and maintain eye contact, use a firm tone of voice, and give a direct, simple, and clear command. Bad instructions and commands are unclear, vague, complicated, are given as questions, or consist of chains of instructions. Watch the following scene and see if mother correctly follows the 6 steps.
5, 6, 7, okay. That's it. Keep on going. 5.
Why are you jumping on the bed?
I'm exercising.
But it's not nice to jump on the bed. You'll mess it up and the springs might come loose. Why don't you ever mind me?
5, 6, 7, take it down again. Down.
Mother needs some more practice. Let's give her another chance.
Come on. 5, 6, back to the front again. Push.
Katie!
Push. 5.
Katie, stop! Jumping on the bed is against the rule. Get off of the bed now.
Oh, all right. I'll never get to have any fun.
That was much better. Your child is more likely to mind when you give clear instructions and commands. There's another way to improve your child's behavior. It's called Grandma's Rule. Grandma's Rule says, first you do the disagreeable chore, and then you get to do the desirable behavior, what you want to do. First you eat your vegetables, and then you get to have the dessert.
You're gonna have to eat your green beans before you get any dessert.
What are we having for dessert?
Apple pie.
Apple pie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess I'll eat my green beans.
Be sure you don't reverse Grandma's rule. Children won't improve their behavior when you reverse Grandma's rule. Can you imagine saying to your child, okay, you can eat your pie now, but you have to promise to eat your green beans later. What do you think the chances are that your child will actually eat his green beans later? There's another way to be an effective parent. Be a good role model for your child. Much of what your child learns, both good and bad behavior, is learned by observing your behavior, the behavior of others, and what she sees on TV. To be an effective parent, keep track of critical and discouraging statements that you make to your child. For each negative thing that you say, try to say 4 positive complimentary statements. Remember that ratio, 4 positive statements for each negative one. Have realistic expectations for your child's behavior, and keep in mind your child's age. For example, don't expect a 3-year-old to cook supper or comfort mother after mother's had a hard day. With a little time, effort, and additional knowledge, you can be a more effective parent and enjoy your child more.